So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They start the drive with Vaughn. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. You talk about this Lions defense. They've been pretty solid against the pass. Toward the middle of the pack, number 14 in the NFL.
And since this is such a good unit of covering passes downfield, I think that last play is typical of what we might see. A lot of short passes. See if they can generate some run after the catch. But nothing doing on that one.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They'll drop to throw. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. And just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. They'll try and run here with Mostert. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard. On 1st down, they go with Mostert again. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. Second down and 8. In motion goes the tight end. On 2nd down, it's Vaughn. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. A loss of 4 that time on the sack, and it brings up 2nd.
And we all know how talented this guy is who's calling the signals for him. But even the best in the game, they can struggle against a good, cohesive zone coverage. Can't find a gap in the secondary quick enough, and he ends up taking a sack.
Well, this has been a good march down the field, but now they're stuck looking at a 2nd and 14. And some room to maneuver. And he'll go down at the 28. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing. Because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
And now an audible here into something else. They go back to the ground, this time Mostert. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. They'll set up to throw. To the left side and intercepted. Picked off by Cameron Sutton. Well, it's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions. Can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
Three tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Here's the former Bear. This is David Montgomery. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, he got what he could there, just trying to move forward and gain a little bit of yardage and create some space. You know the pressure is going to be tough defensively.
Here's a 2nd and 8. We're scoreless after 1. Second quarter action now from Detroit, and it's the homestanding Lions who have the football as they've got a 2nd and 8 forthcoming. From the gun, Gibbs will get it. They'll try to get forward, but he's going to be stopped in his tracks at about the 3. Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. Now back to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
There's a lot about that play you could easily see coming. Backed up in the shadow of their own goal line, you know they're going to face pressure.
He's lucky his arm was going forward. It was close, but it was going forward.
Yeah, it could have been a safety or even given up a defensive touchdown.
And it's fielded at the 34. A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back. And the Bears take over. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Now, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
Second and 4. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Flying in for that sack, Aiden Hutchinson. Boy, every time I see speed like that off the edge, Charles, I just don't know how these offensive linemen do it. I would think that they would get called for holding every play, and maybe they should have been called for holding on that one.
Yeah, maybe not just holding, but sometimes you end up setting back in the offensive backfield a little bit farther to try and help you with the edge. That's a penalty as well. Sometimes you overset, they'll come inside of you. That's what speed does. It disrupts an offense. And right now, you've got to pay attention to this edge rusher on every single down.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Back to throw now on 1st down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. From the 25, here's 2nd and 6. He'll look to throw. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. They'll look to throw again. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Vaughn. And the Bears are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. A great effort there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bears post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter. The extra point by Sly is up and good, and it's now a 7-0 game. Well, after the touchdown, here's the punter Trenton Gill to kick it away. Here comes Darius Phillips out of the end zone. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the 2nd half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of 6s back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. The threat of a 2nd straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Going up top. It's caught inside the 25. A big play there just before halftime. 69 yards. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Open man, and he's got Williams. Touchdown, Lions. Well, with this rookie QB, we talk a lot about his ball placement and how good he can be at laying it right in there. I think we just saw, Charles, though, the strength of that arm. That was an absolute rifle for the completed touchdown.
It absolutely was, and let's face it, you think he was really ready to get that first touchdown? Absolutely. He threw that pass with authority, just as you described. Big-time arm right there, and let's face it, a lot of quarterbacks used to be pitchers in baseball. The fastball was usually their best pitch, and we saw it there.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys.
That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked up by Cameron Sutton. And the Lions are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Set and ready to go for the second half. One touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score. Phillips now from the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Well, the first half, very even. I mean, really, in all facets, this ball game tied, Charles. So as we start the third quarter, curious to see what the second half brings us.
Certainly am. I'm with you on that one. And we all know a lot of coaches from the NFL all the way down to the Pee-wee level. They love to spin it to their teams. Hey, we're starting a brand new, shorter ball game. It's all even. Let's go out and seize it. This is ours.
They go play action here on first down. Try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. A give running right is Vaughn. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
So here's a 3rd and 14. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Phillips, he's not going to bring this one out, so they will begin the drive at the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Now, this game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is... And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will finally be escorted out of bounds down inside the 35. 58 yards rushing for him now. And he's only carried the ball 4 times. Trailing here in the 3rd, and that run might just be the spark that this offense needs.
And don't you just get the sense that he's going around not just in the huddle, but looking over at the bench and saying, ball, give me the ball. Let me carry this thing home.
And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Brandon, some of those windows to throw the football that exist when you're between the 20s, they don't exist when you're this close to the goal line. But as a former DB, I liked it closer to the goal line. Tighter windows made it easier to cover people, actually.
2nd and 6. Eluding the... And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Lions have taken the lead here in this 3rd quarter. Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead is now 14-10. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. Second and 13. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. It's Brian Branch with it. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Now a first down run is going nowhere. He's going to be dropped in the backfield, a loss of 2. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. He'll look to throw. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Impressive individual effort there. No one was going to stop him around the edge.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And that's why if you play in a 4-3 base and you're a defensive end, that's why you get the big bucks. They count on you to do everything. Defend the run and, of course, get to the quarterback.
On third down, here's Gibbs. On a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. Going back to Gibbs on first down. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4. Second down. We're on to the 4th here on Thanksgiving Day. From the 24 now, here's 2nd and 6. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Odafe Owe showing off the pass rush skills.
Well, partner, I would say just avoid play action, but that's not just been the problem. This defense, they've been getting pressure on all types of pass plays and really piling up the sacks in this contest.
Gibbs straight ahead, and he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This will get the lead up to 7. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle, and that moves them up by a touchdown now at 17-10. And from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And that last turnover could have proven more costly, but their defense only gave up 3. But now answering with a field goal doesn't do them much on this drive. They need to try and find the end zone. Here we go on 2nd and 12. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is third and long. They'll look to throw. And I think the ball's out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
On the RPO, that's complete right side. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it'll be second down. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry up. Back to throw again. This one swung out to Vaughn. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. That's complete to his running back, Vaughn. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
They'll come up now, 2nd and 9. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's going to get out of bounds with the first down, so that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the first and save a timeout. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain, but I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. It makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
The sound reverberating here in the dome. This is 3rd down. Quickly completed to the right flat. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16.
Oh, I know it goes against the grain here. It totally goes against it, but you've got to drop the ball in that situation. He makes a catch, but he loses yards and doesn't get out of bounds.
No choice but to go. Here's 4th down now. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and this 11-play drive is going to lead to nothing on the scoreboard. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it. Well, partner, I mean, if anybody was still questioning whether or not he had an NFL caliber arm, I think you can toss that right out the window. That was a heck of a throw right there.
I would agree totally. Question it no more. This rookie, big-time throw right there. Great poise, stepped up, trusted he could lay it in there perfectly, and he knew that his guy was going to make the catch on the other end. Nice collaboration.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And he'll elect not to run with it. And a fair catch on the kickoff will move the ball to the 25. This is 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. For this defense, CD, that's kind of the icing on the cake here as we get to the end of this one.
And didn't you feel that they weren't just going into total prevent there? You know, they had the lead, and sometimes you fall back and you lose your aggressiveness. Not in this case. They were still making a play on the football, and look how that one turned out. They may have salted this one away.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining.
I tell you what, that's a veteran play from a guy in his first season in the NFL. A lot of rookies will try and force something there. He thought better of it, and that was the right decision.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And it'll be intercepted. Tyreek Stevenson picks it off. And the Bears are going to take over at their own 2-yard line. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And a throw right sideline is complete. He's on his way. And a little bit of a consolation prize there. He's into the end zone. Won't win them the game, but they do get the score with all zeros showing.
But some fantasy players are really happy with that score.
The extra point here is good, but the late touchdown can only draw the score a bit closer as this game is over. Well, on the one side, if you try to take away something positive from this game, they played to the final whistle, getting the touchdown there on the last play, but still, all for naught, really.
Yeah, I'd say give them points for positivity. I like that. That part is good. But I often wonder, when the game is settled and the clock is run out, do we really need to kick the extra point?
Oh, yeah. It's silly. It's silly.
It doesn't make any sense to me. I know that people have explained before, well, you got to play it all the way through. Come on, this thing was done.
So for the Lions, the win moves them a couple games over 500 now at 7-5. And they'll get another home date next week as the Browns will come to town. Meanwhile, for Chicago, it's starting to look like it won't be their year as they drop to 5-6. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.